back here on kjagradio.com and RossLong.Info, your #1 source for videos, interviews, and everything from Central, South Central Kansas and pretty much all over the planet. I'm Jiggy Jag, Jigman Freud from JiggyJaguar.com, and we're going to be talking to the actress, the sister from Late Night Catechism here at the McPherson Opera House here in just a few moments. Great show. You got to check these people out. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter, they're on all the social sites. And I want to thank John Holacek for helping us out here at the McPherson Opera House on kjagradio.com and RossLong.Info. Now, give me a little bit of introduction on yourself. How did you get started doing this?
My name is Sister. I got started doing this in 2003. There was an audition, and I had just gone through the rite of Christian initiation for adults, which is become a Catholic as an adult. And I thought, hey, I know all kinds of Catholic stuff. So I auditioned and I got the role. And I've been doing it ever since, 2003 in Milwaukee.
Wow. Now, I understand that funds from the play help support retired nuns in need.
Oh, yes.
Talk a little bit about this.
Well, if we're allowed, I don't know what theater, if this theater allows it, but sometimes after shows all over the country, we'll take a collection from the audience for retired sisters. And it goes directly to the sisters. There's not a middleman. Yeah. We don't write a check and take some off the top or something like that. Yeah. We take all the money and deliver it. I sometimes hand deliver it to some nuns that live in Milwaukee. Three That's sisters cool. that are retired and they can't work, so yeah. And we've collected, I think, over $3 million for retired sisters.
Now, I understand this
country.
has something to do with the fact that supposedly the church opted out of Social Security or something?
Yes.
What?
You'll hear my spiel at the end of the show, but yes, when Social Security was instituted, the church opted out for sisters, which sisters can get Social Security now. They can have other jobs and get Social Security, and they get it as sisters, but those retired gals don't get anything, and they don't retire till they're, 80 or 90 years old, so. Wow. I've gotten presents from them and letters saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and it's not my money, I take the collection, so I feel a little guilty being a Catholic, but I regift.
Now, you regift.
I certainly do.
Now, this play has won some awards. Talk about.
Oh, you're gonna make me tell you what awards? I don't know.
Well, no, it's done very well around the country.
Oh yeah. Well, it's timeless. It's so interactive. We can add topical things from every single day. The question and answer period is always different. There's about this much script, and then the rest is all ad-lib and riffing off what the audience asks you and making them behave, that kind of stuff. So even if you're not Catholic, you can appreciate it. I mean, come on, who doesn't appreciate this? Right?
That's going to be a JPEG somewhere on the internet. Someone's going to do a screen capture of that. Now, each performance is unique and appeals to every age and faith. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes. Well, no matter what faith you are, you know what a nun is. Yeah. Everybody, even if you didn't have them at school, you know what they are. There's the mystique. They're mysterious and scary to some. Some people love them. But
they're like clowns.
Exactly. Some people are terrified of me when I show up in this, I can tell. And I don't know about the other sisters. If I have someone that's petrified, I'm not going to bug them too much. I'll bug them to an extent, but if they get freaked out, I'm not going to. I had one woman walk out of my show. And I said, "Where are you going? To the bathroom? Take a hall pass." And she said, "No, I'm afraid you're going to call on me." And I said, "I won't. Sit down." And she was terrified. She left. She was so afraid.
So,
yeah, some people are thankful that they got to see a nun one last time because, and a nun that was being funny and not mean because they're so afraid of nuns. So it's cathartic for some people. Some people get back at me and wisecrack me when they couldn't in the 5th grade because they get smacked. I do not smack anybody. I love my ruler.
Apparently. Now, you have a naughty chair on stage, and apparently for this performance you have 2.
I have a naughty desk for this performance.
Oh.
I'm pretty lucky, yeah. Gonna bring someone up. Well, I'm hoping someone's naughty. It's more entertaining.
It's McPherson. You're gonna run out of time.
Why did I say I hope someone's naughty?
You are gonna run out of time. There are so many naughty people here.
Oh no, I'm gonna be in trouble.
A few of my ex-girlfriends, ex-wives. You're gonna have lots of
few.
people.
Ignatius Loyola, I'm disappointed in you.
Hey, my mother is too.
I thought you were going into the priesthood, Ignatius.
Oh man, me as a priest? Oh, good Lord.
There's still time.
It sounds like a college.
It sounds like a college. That's right. I'm not good with math. This thing has run 13 years in Chicago and played successfully off Broadway. Why do you think it has lasted as long as it has?
It's funny. When I first learned it, I learned from reading the script and watching a video. I still watch the video of Mary Pat Donovan and I crack up. It's just so well written. I know it's coming, but it's still so funny. Yeah. And it's funny in a way.
We've interviewed comedians that they laugh at their own bits. So yeah, that's
At
great.
least I'm laughing at a different nun and not myself, right? But it is very funny, and it's kind of timeless. It appeals to everybody. I've had Jewish people come to my show. They love it. And the Lutherans, forget it. The Lutherans really love it. I try to include everybody, too. I have little Catholic-y gifts that I give away, but if someone isn't Catholic, I try to give them something.
Well, that's cool.
I don't know, a lozenge. Everyone needs a lozenge now and then, right? No, I have non-Catholic-y gifts, too.
Non-Catholic gifts.
But yeah, but it's
Is there
funny.
like a
It's
store
silly.
that you go to?
I do go to the religious goods store.
Oh, that's cool.
All the Catholic gifts are real gifts that you
Yeah.
can get at the, I don't make them up. They're not just jokes.
Wow.
They end up being funny. It's funny because it's true.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that? It's funny because it's true. And this show, a lot of people think we're just beating up on the Catholic Church and making fun. No, 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 no. I am a practicing Catholic. I'm very Catholic, and it's funny because it's true. That's
Yeah.
why.
Now,
Excuse me. Go
hey,
ahead.
that's fine. Now, you have a bit, a riff, I don't know what you would call it, in the show about Cain and Abel, possible mates for.
Well, you always need a study group in class. So at the break, we break up into discussion groups, and we talk about the question, who did Cain and Abel marry? And then when I come back, I ask everybody who, and some people yell out really goofy things like Betty and Wilma, something like that, or each other. But no, we go off of that for a little bit. I don't want to give anything
Only
away,
in San
but-
Francisco.
What's the answer?
I'm not giving the answer, and you
they have
can't phone a friend. I've had that happen too.
And I phone a friend. Well, at least they were fans of Regis.
Do you punish texters then?
Do I
Yeah,
punish
do you
texting?
punish the texting?
There's no texting in my class. I will
Ever?
take it and read it.
There's no smartphone usage?
I'll read it. No smartphone usage.
So if somebody were to film you doing the thing, that phone comes up on sage. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah, that person comes
you
as a
and
naughty
jazz
chair.
singer Joseph Vincelli would get along great because he hates smartphones too. Now, acting and your background and everything, how did you get involved with wanting to?
Wanting to be a nun?
Yeah, wanting
I've
to be
always
a
wanted to be a
nun
nun. Well, when I was a little kid, I was always, Mom, I want to go to Hollywood. Hollywood's in my blood. I wanted to be Clark Gable or Vivian Leigh or something. I didn't care. I just wanted to be somebody that was in front of an audience like that. Fred Astaire. Anyway, so she always said, whatever, kid, be quiet. But then in high school, she saw that I could act, so she said, hey, why don't you major in theater in college? Which I didn't even know you could do at the time. So I majored in theater, and then I got a master's in acting, and just have been doing theater all my life since then.
Wow.
Yeah, never did a free gig. Always,
Awesome.
yep, right?
Awesome.
Now I direct at a high school in Wisconsin, and I direct at a community theater there, so you can never get it away from me. And as for being a nun, my favorite color is black. I've always loved nuns. My sister had a nun doll. I was obsessed with it. And then when I got the chance for this, I thought, I can be a nun without really being a nun, right?
There you go.
You could do all kinds of stuff if you're an actor.
There you go.
I've been able to shoot guns backstage, not with just blanks, shoot guns backstage and things, and, play a prostitute. Things you wouldn't do in real life, you can do as an actor.
Bad things. Bad.
I know, right? I'm
Okay.
either a nun or I'm always
Well, you know
hooker
what's
in a
great
shower.
about that? We're in McPherson, so the prostitute thing works, and we're in a theater, so you could shoot like Lincoln or somebody. We got press box.
Right?
And it looks like that theater too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it looks
It
like
does.
that.
You are a very lucky town. This is a beautiful space.
Yes. What do you think about the McPherson Opera
Oh my
House?
goodness, it's gorgeous. It really is. I hear the acoustics are fabulous. I'm hoping there's a ghost. Is there a ghost?
Probably.
Probably.
I like that. That's nifty. I've experienced
Nifty?
at the Victory.
There might be if you keep stepping backwards.
Yeah, I'll haunt you. No, there's a bar here, and I'm so short that it's up to my waist, so I'm okay. No, I did experience a ghost in Ohio. I think maybe it was Dayton. I was up in the balcony like this, and I smelled this rose perfume, and I thought, wow, that is a strange air freshener for. It's usually in the bathroom, not in a theater. And then later I was talking to them, and they said there was a woman that haunts the place, and she smells like roses. Isn't that exciting?
Damn, low life. She gets in free to every show.
Maybe she was a
No.
Catholic, and that's why she liked me.
There you
And she
go.
sat in the back because she was a Catholic.
Now, what's been some of the best crowds and some of the worst crowds that you've been in front of?
I'll tell you worst. I did a run in Milwaukee that was just a little too long. 5 months, I think. I was sharing the role with another woman. And at the Miramar Theater, it held maybe 200, and one show was sold to 12 people. Which
Wow.
I've done 12. I've done 13, 14. Not so bad. So, if it's a good crowd, I just will sit down there and talk to them, and it's like a small class. But this was the whole family. They were all in the family. So if I picked on the dad...
So you had a sitcom show up. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, exactly. It wasn't Edith and Archie, because that would have been fun. This was a family that the kids were in high school. They didn't get it. When I picked on their dad, that was like, oh, what are you doing? Yeah, it's like, that's the whole show, is picking on different people. So the parents were loving it, but the kids and their friends were hating me.
Yeah.
So that was hard. My best show, oh my gosh, there's been so many. But I had my very biggest show, I think, was 1,500 maybe.
Wow.
And it was a town that everybody knew each other. The place was full. There was a guy being really naughty way up in the balcony, so I made him come down and sit in the naughty chair. And let me tell you, that took forever. But people were laughing as he was coming down and making fun of him. And so he finally came down, and I gave him the business, and I just loved it. And the next morning, I was at, some diner. There he was, but I didn't look like this. I was just in my regular clothes. And I gave him the business at his table. He's like, who is this lady? It's me, sister. And I put these glasses on because they're my real glasses. Oh, sister! So I got a free brunch that day.
Well, I appreciate you doing this, by the way.
Thank you.
Shout
Ron.
outs?
Got any shout-outs? Any
Shout
free
outs?
And where do they find you on that Facebook? What do
Yeah.
they look for?
I'm not telling
Oh,
you.
okay. Oh, you all right.
I like the Donovan
Anonymity.
Entertainment and Late Night Catechism pages. I'm always on there. Yeah, I'm not telling them where to find me.
Okay.
What if there's stalkers that don't like nuns?
You brought some props.
Oh, I did
here.
bring some props. I have my
Before we let
lovely
you go.
You
flip,
must hurry.
my lovely
Tell us about these
patron
props
saint
here.
flip chart. Well, because I ask everybody what their patron saint name is. Like Jiggy, I don't think there's a Saint
I don't think
Ignatius.
there is a
Honestly,
Saint
I was looking for a
Ignatius.
Saint Ignatius.
Is there a Saint Ross?
I did not find a Saint Ross.
A Saint James, maybe?
There are lots of Saint James. James the Greater, James the Less.
That would be me.
The Less, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Saint Diana Ross. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
And then I have my book because we have a question and answer period.
Catholicism
So
for
people should
dummies.
study up. It's real. I didn't make it. People should study up before because there's a question and answer period.
Okay.
But don't play Stump the Nun because that'll make me angry.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you, dear. I appreciate you. Will you be there?
I hope to be.
What does that mean?
If John Holchek lets me in for free, I will be.
If he lets you in for free, then you could pull out a big wad of cash for the nuns.
That's
after.
right.
Got it?
That's right.
All right.
I appreciate it. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Thanks to Sister for talking to us here at the McPherson Opera House in the great city of McPherson, Kansas. I'm Jiggy Jag. Check out jiggyjaguar.com, also kjagradio.com, and RossLong.Info, your #1 source for videos, interviews, and everything from Central, South Central Kansas, and pretty much all over the planet. Also want to thank John Holacek for going above and beyond to help us get this interview today at the McPherson Opera House. Check them out online, and thanks for watching. kjagradio.com.